Hi, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well today. It's a long-awaited trailer, so I'm just gonna get into it. No wasting your time today. We got The Flash. This is Jason Momoa's Instagram, because there was a clip here, and also for another trailer I'm gonna watch later, but right now we're gonna watch The Flash. Very excited. Apparently this is testing so well that James Gunn just wants to keep Ezra Miller around. So let's see how it goes.
Tell me something. You can go anywhere.
Yeah, but will he?
Another timeline. Another universe. So why do you want to stay and fight to save this one?
Good question.
Because this is the world where my mom lives.
Aw.
I'm not going to lose her again.
Time has a pattern that it can't help reliving.
Ooh, that's a sexy suit.
Different worlds drawn to each other like magnets.
My face. You stole my face. If you were to go into the past,
Is that Wayne Manor?
you have no idea what the consequences can be. Bruce, you could fix things. You could also destroy
Hi, Benny.
everything.
This can't be happening.
Ooh, who's that? What is that?
You broke the universe. Sorry. We've been waiting for you.
What?
I created a world.
I didn't know he was back.
And now there's no one to defend us.
What?
Want some help?
That sounded like Michael Keaton. Is that him? Oh, he looks stunning.
You are? Yeah. I'm Batman.
Ah! He said it! Oh, yes, that looked hot. But can he turn his head? Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, that Batmobile's sexy. Sasha Calle.
If I can't get back,
Whoa.
be a future.
Oh, she looks great. But I don't think we're keeping her.
What's the play? Batman, what do we do?
We try not to die.
Oh, did we break her out of a prison? That's dope.
It's not Clark.
My name is Kara.
I'm we're Barry.
So she's Kara Zor-El. Interesting.
Barry, what are you doing? Our kids are gonna want to see this.
Oh, she looks lovely. Oh, wow. I didn't expect that trailer to be so goddamn good. I've had little to no faith. I know they said this was testing well, but I was like, I don't care. Ezra Miller's been going through some shit. I don't know. I watched the CW Flash for a long time. I got attached to Grant Gustin. I also grew up with the Justice League animated series where that Flash was Wally West. And I love Wally West also because I watched Young Justice. So I have a strange relationship with Barry. But in the Joss Whedon's version of Justice League, the movie, I thought he was annoying. In the Snyder Cut, I enjoyed him a bit more, but I still wasn't convinced. This looks really fucking good. And I just I know the story of Barry Allen. I know he gets struck by lightning. I know that he loses his mom. Whether that's gonna involve a zoom or not, I don't know. Or a reverse flash. Oh, wow, this looked fun. Wow, this looked good. I loved seeing Ben Affleck again. I'm excited to see his Batman return. I believe this will be the last time. I don't know if they've reduced the amount of scenes he's in or not. We'll find out. And I'm excited to see Sasha Calle. I believe it will be the first and last time we see her, unless she does extremely well. We can bring her over somewhere else. She's obviously not the Kara that we have become familiar with. She's obviously like the Clark Kent, like if the roles were reversed maybe. I don't know. Like she's not Supergirl. And I don't believe she's gonna be called Supergirl. I think she's gonna be like Superwoman or like, I don't know, they'll give her another name. but I'm excited. Ooh, goody gracious. I underestimated this movie. Okay, so I guess the reason why Barry's lightning is yellow is because the other berries is blue. Because there's 2 berries. That makes sense. I like that distinction. Oh god, shit. Am I gonna like this movie? I didn't think I was gonna like it because I have such a love-hate relationship with the DCEU. Like, I think some of their projects are great and some of them aren't. So I just, I'm excited. I love this suit. I love the glow. I hope that, I don't know what Barry we're following into the new coming of the DCEU. I don't know if that's been established. Same thing with Jason Momoa's Aquaman. Maybe there'll be some changes. But I want to see the yellow lightning. It's so fucking iconic and it looks so good. I really like the suit. You can go anywhere. See, this looks like possibly the Wayne Manor of Ben Affleck's time and not Michael Keaton's. I'm not entirely sure. It's been a hot minute since I watched the Michael Keaton movies. I believe he was in 2. I love like how haunting it is. It should be like, oh, welcome in. Hired to have a fun time. I like that the house is kind of like this yellowy color, which is also a Flash color. But it also seems really haunting because it says like another timeline and the music really sets the tone. You know, it is a sad story. So I do appreciate how they're doing this. So this is very interesting. I don't know if this is Michael Keaton's or if this is Ben Affleck's. The cowl makes me think it's Michael Keaton's because he can't turn. The blood is interesting. I'm curious, unless there's another Batman that's dying. It's so funny to see Batman out on the day. I believe this is Ben Affleck's, from what I can tell. The cape and the cowl. I love that they have the ring with the suit in it. I always thought that was kind of like a dumb idea, but it is really iconic, so I was happy to see it. It is quite big though, and it's not like you're being subtle. I don't know how famous the Flash is. He's very opposite from Batman in the fact that like Flash doesn't really need to hide. He's very much Central City's kind of icon hero. So maybe it wouldn't be weird to see someone with a Flash ring because it'd be like, oh, you're in a Flash? Cool. That there's still like some memorabilia. Like you're not gonna see people in Gotham going for Batman merch, but you could see people going for Flash merch. So maybe it's not that dumb, but like I'm curious to see how often he wears it, if anyone points it out to him. So this is alternate Flash, who I believe has the longer hair. I'm not entirely sure. I love the gold detailing. His outfit does give me a lot of Shazam vibes. I just watched the Shazam 2 second trailer, so I'm seeing a lot of the same elements, but I believe again we're not getting any more Shazam for the near future aside from the movie coming out. So I think it's fine for Barry Flash to keep this look. Ooh, what's here? Okay, someone's getting blown away. Is that a Batman? No, that just looks like a soldier's. Okay. Oh, I love seeing just the feet take off. That's just, it's kind of dainty. It gives me kind of Gwen Stacy Spider-Girl, Spider-Woman vibes, but obviously we know Sasha Calle's Supergirl Kara is really strong. Again, maybe she'll be called Superwoman. I'm not entirely sure. Oh god, so many bright lights. This is a 1080p because it's the one where my mom lives. And yeah, what I think is going to be really interesting about this movie is that it will deal with some like mental illness talk. I believe Barry probably has a version of PTSD and he probably has a lot of like undealt with like mental struggles because he was there to some degree to see his mom die. And that really changed him as a person. That crime, not an accident. She was murdered. And there's something just very sweet about the way Ezra Miller delivers this line. He looks so innocent. He's like, this is the one where my mom lives. Of course I would stay here. And it's like, ugh, I understand. It's a selfish act, what he's doing. He's obviously going back in time to make it so his mom lives. And that obviously alters things to the point where he even says himself, I destroyed the universe. And we've dealt with this before in comics and in the CW show. I believe there was a Flashpoint movie where Thomas Wayne was the Batman in their universe. It's a really fun storyline, Flashpoint. It's really sad though. There's a lot of tragedy and you realize how selfless Barry has to be to choose everyone else over his own needs, over the fact that he wants to be with his mom. And she seems like such a lovely woman. I don't remember her name. I'm thinking of Iris West at the moment, who obviously is Barry's girlfriend, soon to be wife, and who we've seen in the Snyder Cut, who I'm curious if we're going to see here as well. But she just, I think it's Nora Allen? I feel like that sounds correct. She just seems so bubbly and happy, and she's just, she's such a good mom. and there's the dad, and he's in jail because there's no one else. The dad did not commit the murder. From what we understand of some Flash storylines, it is Reverse Flash, who is, I always forget his name, it was like Eobon Thane, who's from the future, blah, blah, blah. Not really important, but the crime is pinned on Barry's dad because he was there, and Nora is not there to defend him. And it's so sad. And that's why Barry gets into like criminology, because he wants to get his dad out of jail, because he knows that it wasn't his dad. He knows, but he can't prove it. And it sucks. And again, like, this is so traumatizing for a child to go through, for anyone to go through. They see their mom probably brutally stabbed. It's usually a stabbing, I believe, or she's just ripped apart by, the Speed Force. It's really sad. And then for everyone to say that you're crazy because you know it wasn't your dad, but the evidence is stacked against him. It's just like, oof. It's going to be a really interesting conversation, and I'm excited to see how this actor is able to portray those types of complicated emotions. I'm excited to see Ezra Miller do that, because again, he seems so far to be delivering. And I love that even here he's running. He's like, because I believe one of the last things that Nora Allen says to Barry is, "Run, Barry," or that's something like she's said to him in the past. So I believe it's a part of his like persona. So the fact that we're seeing that here is powerful. But I'm curious to see why young Barry did not see this guy, didn't see this version of older Flash Barry. I also really like this design. It was very cool to see it light up like we saw in like the first shot, but I love how sleek this red is. What bothered me about the CW show in the beginning with the suit is that it wasn't this bright red. It was kind of clunky and maroonish. But thankfully, as the seasons went on and the writing got so, they did change the suit to be more comics accurate. And again, I didn't really like the way they did the suit in the Justice League movie, I believe that was the only one he was in. I think they teased him in BVS, I believe. But his suit had like tactical sense because like it needs to survive the speed he goes at, but I do much prefer the sleeked look because it's comics accurate, because it's more stylish. It shows off more of the build of the Flash. And the other one was just kind of clunky. It was like yoga pants with cables. God, I have not been paying attention to the dialogue. But yeah, This shot really gets me. He just has such innocence, and it's like, I want to protect this world because this is the one where my mom lives. And it's like, of course, I totally understand. I don't want to lose her again. That's so valid. Oh, I love seeing the electricity of Barry's run. It's usually, he's so fast you didn't see him, you just sort of feel a gust of wind type of deal. But I like this, you get to see a little bit of like the reaction that going at such a speed has with the rest of the world, because it's quite impactful. It's very cool. Okay, so time has a pattern. And sadly, this is the that it can't help reliving, and this is the one. It sucks. Barry, you have to lose your mom, and it's, oh God, it sucks. Different people, different worlds. I believe this must be Michael Keaton's Thomas and Martha, because I don't know whose hands it is. I don't know why his hands are covered in like black, but I'm assuming that's from the suit. And again, they're kind of dressed nicely. That does not look like, I don't believe that looks like Barry's parents. They look very stylistically like Thomas and Martha Wayne. And there's the blue electricity, so we know this is the Barry that we've seen previously and not the one with the yellow. But I wonder what he's seeing here. I wonder if he went back in time to see it, to see what happened, because it looks like this is a bedroom of sorts. Oh, did you have a doggy? Cute. I love this expression. It's very cute. Look how happy they are. Look at this family. They were so good. And you ripped them away. She looks beautiful here. And I love that. She's like, oh, because like you think like, oh, that's like she's about to get murdered. It's like, no, that's just your son saying hi. It's really cute. So I wonder what's happening here. Okay, so he had a mask on, like he was gonna jump him. I guess he's just getting to him to stop him from doing something, because he's probably understood. But he's like, oh my God, that's my face. Why do you have my face? And I like that the yellow, again, you can tell that this isn't our Barry. Number one, the haircut. And number two, he has the yellow lightning because he has yellow headphones and the yellow jacket. I like that like distinction. And again, he's kind of wearing blue tones, like cooler tones. It's a nice slight little distinction to help you really look at it, aside from just the hair. You stole my face. This is a very weird reaction, but it's also kind of like how we understand this Barry would react. I think it's a good scene. And it must have been really challenging to film. I know for Dove Cameron, when she was on Liv and Maddie, and she had to play twins, it was pretty difficult. She had to work twice as hard because she would have to act out as Liv and then act out as Maddie. So I'm curious to know Ezra's process with playing doubles. They're not twins, but they're the same guy, just, different timelines. And I hope that he and the stunt guy, because I believe there's like doubles for both Barry. So while Ezra is this one, there's a double, and then while Ezra is this one, there's another guy playing that double. So I hope he got along with them. And God, look at this. Wayne Manor. It looks so cool. I love it. It reminds me of like the Kremlin. I don't know, it's like a castle. It's so cool. So this must be the accident that gave Barry his powers. And this is the blue lightning. So again, this is longer haired Barry with the yellow lightning. And this is our Barry with the blue. I don't know why he went back in our time to watch our act. But I like that it goes through him too, to show that they're connected. And again, this ring, so cool. It's so funny because it's like, there's always the question is like, how did you get it to fit in there? And also like the logo is a lot bigger than that. So how did you do that? Sorry, again, I need to look at the dialogue. I'm not paying attention to the dialogue. This is my face. You stole my face. Kind of. If you were to go into the past, you have no idea the consequences could be. That's very true. And again, I feel like the person who could empathize with him the most is Bruce Wayne, because he became a completely different person after both his parents were murdered in front of him. So he understands where Barry's coming from, where he would do anything to go back in time and watch his parents not die. But like, you know, there are other things that will go wrong if you tamper with things in time. At first, when I heard about the premise of this movie, I was like, why are you pairing him with Batman? But then I watched the Flashpoint movie, the animated one, and I read the comic and I was like, oh yeah, it makes sense. And I also really liked Bruce's dynamic with Ezra's Barry in the Justice League Snyder cut. I think they have a bit of a bond. I could fix things. And he has a very good point. God, Ben Affleck, he looks so good. I hope he's doing well. I know he had a tough time, but now he's married to Jennifer Lopez and they seem to be very happy. And again, I feel bad because so many people were hard on Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne / Batman. I think they liked him as Bruce Wayne more than they liked him as Batman. I think he had an interesting take. It's not my favorite. Robert Pattinson's probably my favorite at the moment, even over the Christian Bale takes. What Matt Reeves and him are doing is just phenomenal. But I feel like we didn't give Ben Affleck enough of a chance to really prove himself. We saw him in BVS and that didn't go well. But I believe he did really well in Snyder Cut. I'm happy to see him return, but I believe this is the last time we see him. There was some behind the scenes of Ben Affleck and Jason Momoa on Instagram hanging out together. So people were like, oh, Batman is going to be in Aquaman 2. But I believe that has also now been cut because of James Gunn's takeover of the DCEU. It's what I was saying in the Shazam 2 video as well, about how Gal Gadot's role in Shazam 2 has probably been trimmed down because she is not returning as Wonder Woman. And so this is General Zod from Man of Steel. I did not expect him to come back. That is such a twist. I kind of love it. And I'm really excited to see how Sasha Calle is going to fight as Kara against General Zod. That's gonna be fun. And at first I was like, what is this? But that's the ship. God, I need to watch Man of Steel again. It's not my favorite movie. I don't believe I really like any of the Superman movies. Superman has always been a tough character for me to like, because he's always been like a boring Boy Scout. But again, I enjoyed him in Justice League Animated and Justice League Unlimited, the animated series. So I'd like to see him done correctly. And so I'm excited to see Sasha Calle's take on the mantle. Again, she confirmed in this trailer she is Kara, but she's not the Kara that we understand. And again, James Gunn has been talking about his lineup for his version of the DCEU, and he mentioned wanting to do a Supergirl movie along with Superman as well. I completely broke the universe. Yeah. I love that he's back. I hope that girl who was in Man of Steel comes back too, because I really enjoyed her. I don't remember her character's name, but I love it. We've been waiting for you. I'm so glad he returned. Good on you, man. I'm so curious about how this actor felt returning to this. Again, that looks like the Flash. I created a world with no metahumans. It's interesting that they're throwing around that term, and again, that looks like the Superman logo. I believe that's Sasha Calle's outfit and not Henry Cavill's. I don't believe he's going to show up. And I'm assuming this is Sasha as Kara, and now there's no one to defend us. I wonder who's saying that. I don't believe that's Zod. Maybe if I can listen to it really briefly. Really briefly.
No metahumans. And now there's no one to defend us.
That's not Jesse Eisenberg, is it? He's our Lex. And that's not Barry. God, did you bring back Jesse Eisenberg? I don't want him playing Lex. I don't want him. Lex Luthor is such a fun fucking villain. And I did not like what Jesse Eisenberg did. I don't like it. But I believe he would be the one to make these mistakes and make it so Zod could win. So I'm conflicted. Again, I don't know if that's him. God, do I want to look up the cast and super confirm it? I don't want to. Flash movie cast. Okay, so immediately I pull up the cast. The third person credited is Grant Gustin, who was on the CW as Barry. Is he gonna show up as a variant? That'll be really exciting because Ezra Miller famously was in the Flashpoint episode on the CW show. He showed up very briefly as the Flash Barry, and I was like, whoa, that's so cool that he did that because it's so rare to see movie actors cameo on TV shows, let alone cameo on a show where someone else is playing your character that's been around longer. Like it was mind-blowing. I'm like, you guys got Ezra, that's awesome. Like, there's so many guys who wouldn't do that. Henry Cavill is famously not cameoed in things. And that is partially why I believe he is no longer a Superman. Because he did not want to make a Shazam cameo. He didn't want to cameo on Peacemaker. Dwayne The Rock Johnson talked him into cameoing on Black Adam, but it was too late by then. But wow. Oh, that'll be exciting. It's gonna be weird. So yeah, it is Nora Allen. Michael Shannon did come back. Wait, Rudy Mancuso is Albert Desmond. Who's Albert Desmond? Isn't he he was a Vine creator, wasn't he? That's weird. Oh, Ray Fisher, my cameo. That's cool. Gal Gadot, my cameo. Okay. They haven't really confirmed a lot of other people. Or they haven't credited them with like names. There's like Desert Soldier, Russian Scientist 1. Head scientist, bar customer, crime lab employee, and then someone's just credited with the letter N. Tom Curry. I believe, I am gonna butcher her name and I'm so sorry, but I believe she is coming back as General Zod's lieutenant. Antje Trau, who played Feora Hul. God, how do you say her name? God, she's beautiful. I am looking forward to seeing her again. She was so badass. Want some help? So I believe this is the Batcave of Michael Keaton. So we are in Yellow Lightning Barry's world, where I believe his mom is alive, but he fucked up because everything else is shit, I believe. I love how shocked he is. He's like, oh my God. He's like, I've seen you before, but it's like, wait, you're not Ben Affleck. Oh, he looks so good. Oh, he looks so good in the cowl again. But again, there was the famous issue with Christian Bale's, with George Clooney's, with Michael Keaton's, where they couldn't turn their head. So I hope that is fixed. I believe he will keep this suit for a time. I don't know how long Michael Keaton's gonna be in this movie, but I'm curious if they'll give him an updated suit maybe. But oh, he looks so badass. And I love that he says, yeah, I'm Batman. And I'm like, I need to watch the Michael Keaton movies again. This, ooh, I almost felt a little feral when I saw this. I was like, whoa. And like the cape turn, and the way they frame it, it's fucking beautiful. I want to watch an interview where he talks about getting back into this suit. Oh, and look at I love the cape. I love the exaggerated, like actual bat looking symbol. I love the suit. Oh God, so excited. Oh, I'm so excited to see him fight. He looks so badass. His movies were kind of comical. The first movie with Michael Keaton in it was a bit serious, but then the second one was more goofy. But this fight sequence looks pretty badass. It almost looks like on the level of Ben Affleck's Batman and Christian Bale's Batman's violence and action sequences. Robert Pattinson had some great action sequences too, but his were a lot more violent and glorious. I love that he faints. He's like, oh shit. So I believe, okay, so there I believe is Ben Affleck's Batman. I don't know whose card this is. I'm assuming is Gotham. Does that say GCPD on it? I can't tell. It's rotating so fast. It just says police. Is Jeffrey Wright gonna be in this? Oh no, he's Robert Pattinson's. James Gordon. Sorry. Really like Jeffrey Wright. That bike looks dope. So I'm curious what's going on here. That's clearly Sasha Calle. Oh shit, my computer's gonna die. That's Sasha Calle in her suit. Is she carrying Barry? Does she want Barry to get struck by lightning? I don't know. I'm curious. Again, he looks so... This suit, maybe it's not practical. I don't fucking care. It looks awesome. I love the run. Are there gonna be 3 Barrys? I'm curious. And yeah, that's Michael Keaton. Oh, he look lovely. Okay, so I believe the mask that we saw earlier on the ground that was bloody, it was somewhere over here. I believe that was this cowl because of the way it's shaped at the bottom, the way it like kind of tucks in. I believe, so he's the one who was bleeding, and it's probably because this is an older Bruce Wayne. So maybe he's like on the verge of retiring, and he's like, oh, I can't do this like I used to, but he's still a badass. So I'm assuming, I don't know, I don't recognize the beanie. This could be Iris, or this could be Nora. I don't know, I can't tell. But again, that's the Barry that we know because of the blue lightning. I love this. I love that they touch tips. They're obviously fighting Kryptonians, and then they're able to like bounce off each other and use like their combined lightning. Like that's so cool. It may not be a future. And that's really cool. I love it's like combining because I'm assuming, oh God, that's terrifying to see. But I'm assuming where we see this, Sasha Calle is trying to get Barry struck by lightning again to trigger his powers because that's how he gets them. So Sasha Calle threw up a batarang with a thing, as like a conductor to then shock Barry. And I believe that's possibly what we're seeing here. But God, that looks fucking painful. I believe that's not when he initially gets his powers that we saw in that flashback. I don't believe so. Oh, but I love seeing Sasha Kaye just punch this guy. They're doing her really well. The way her cape is billowing, her blue and red, like, I'm so excited to see her. And I love that he made a twister. He spun. Oh, that's just like the comics. That's so cool. Oh, I love Barry. I love the Flash. The Flash is such a fun character. I love the ferocity in Sasha Kaye's and her power. That's so cool. This is very much kind of channeling Henry Cavill's heat vision powers that he showed off in the first Man of Steel movie. So I'm excited to see it here again. And that is Ben Affleck. What the hell are you wearing, boy? What are you wearing? What is this padding? It looks so strange. I don't think that's like typically a part of his outfit. It must be something to protect him from lightning, maybe? I don't know. It's interesting. Is he fighting himself? Because Barry, Yellow Lightning, made a tornado, and then the Barry that we know is coming in to like swoop in and kick him. Unless he's sacrificing himself? I don't know. Good face acting here. No. Because, yeah, no, what are you doing? Why are you kicking your double? Don't do that. We like Barry. And clearly, you know how, okay, this is going to be interesting. There's a Russian scientist. In an Elseworld story, there's a Superman that lands on Earth, you know, Tales all his time at this point. But instead of landing in Smallville, Kansas, he lands in Russia. And, you know, Russia probably saw him as a threat. They're not like the Kents, lovely Kents, who are like, oh, look at this beautiful baby that fell from the sky. We're going to take them in and raise them and love them. No. They probably saw Kara land, and they're like, cool, you're fucking weird. We're locking you up. So I'm assuming that's what's happened here. And Michael Keaton and Barry are here to break her out. We try not to die. I like that. I love the fist that he makes, too. That looks really cool. I love the reveal, too, of Sasha Kaye's Superwoman just floating. She looks like, oh, she looks amazing. I'm so excited to see her fight. So excited. Look at her. Look at her go. Look at her block that bullet. That's so cool. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It's not Clark. No. We're Barry. That's really cute. Oh, I love the logo. I'm excited. I love it. He's like, I gotta take a picture. She looks glorious. She looks amazing. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Ugh. But I love he's like, I gotta take a video. Hold on. She looks so cool. He's like, come on, Barry. Focus here. I love that he says our kids are gonna want to see this. It's so funny because it seems like they're the married couple. It's very cute. It's also very Barry. And I love that. Oh, she breaks. It's just like Man of Steel. I'm so excited. I hope that we get to keep Sasha Kaye, not just in this movie, but going forward. I don't know if that's the case, but I would really like to keep her. She's just, again, I haven't even seen her action. I just heard her talk like once, but I'm excited for her. I'm just pumped. She just seems like a very different Kara. And again, I like typical comics, animated Kara. CW Kara, but I don't know, this Sasha Kaye is bringing a lot of like toughness and edge and ferocity to the table, and I'm here for it, so I'm excited. Oh boy, I've been talking for a while. What did you guys think of that trailer? Are you as surprised with this trailer as I am? I know there's been lots of rumors going around that it tested so well, that's why they're greenlighting this. So I understand why they're pulling this out, even though it didn't seem like a good idea because we're getting a soft reset, and also they've shelved projects before, like Batgirl. So, man, am I blown away. I can't wait to watch Grace's reaction and breakdown because I'm so pleasantly surprised and I'm very excited. So I want to hear your thoughts on it in the comments down below. Like and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.